All right, so let's work on, I think, for me, the center of health, our gut health. It isn't just a wellness buzzword at the moment. It is the foundation of our overall well-being, from digestion to immunity. That's where it starts. Even your mood. A happy gut supports a healthier you. It's all interlinked. And guess what? The humble Avo could be that key player in building a thriving microbiota. I've said that wrong, but we will get a registered dietitian, a good friend of the show, and author Catherine Day to chat all things gut health and Avo, while giving our breakfast bowl a gut-friendly glow-up, let's call it, with a vibrant Avo Bulgur wheat breakfast salad packed with fiber, with flavor and goodness to fuel your morning. I feel like you deserve a round of applause. But we don't have a live studio audience. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
But hopefully you guys at home are cooking along with us. I love this. I love this for so many reasons. I love the fact that I now see this as being delicious because we are leaning into gut-friendly food. But why the gut? Before we launch into this, why is it so vital that we do focus on gut health?
Well, you know, we have trillions of microorganisms living in our gut, and they play a really important role. They're not just bacteria living in your gut. They actually help you digest your food, and they're involved in your immunity.
It's a symbiosis.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, did you know there's a hairline layer of cells thick between your gut microbiome and your body's immune system. So it really is your first line of defense when it comes to even things like, you know, staying healthy.
Can we say that your gut is part of your immune system and just cross that line because it feels like the two work hand in hand? One area where we normally fall down, and I'm sure this is where you really struggle, is we make our healthy food bland or uninteresting. Not this. It looks amazing. Okay, so where should we begin? I suppose you're on compiling station.
Okay.
Should I fry an egg?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
We, of course, are introducing Avos in as many ways as we can. I love cooking with it from a versatility perspective, from a flavor perspective. But why for the gut? Explain to me why Avos are so good for our gut health.
So many people don't realize, but avocados are actually a good source of fiber. And to keep these gut bacteria happy, because they're living inside of us, right? They've got to eat. And what they eat is actually fiber. So they don't eat proteins or fats. They eat only fiber. And so avos, you know, in the nutritional world, we'll often say they're a fat, but we forget that they're actually also a prebiotic, meaning they feed our gut bacteria.
Sure, I kind of get a sense, but I don't know, we started cultivating them thousands of years ago, so they kind of walk hand in hand with civilization. But I think as a species, we have been walking hand in hand 100%. With avos because we've almost adjusted to get the most out of them, which is amazing. Okay, so I am about to fry our sesame seeds and our paprika. So we've got butter going in. We're going to plop that in there. I love the notion of a flavor bazooka when you are cooking healthy. And what do you think is the biggest challenge when people want to lean into the healthier stuff? What is stopping us? Is it just too easy to eat unhealthy?
Probably, you know, time is a big factor. So, you know, in the morning, people are rushed, taking kids to school. But a good breakfast is always important, especially, you know, for your family, for those concentration levels. And including some fiber and some avos in that mix is a great way to start your day because you're feeding and nourishing your gut bacteria from the first thing.
I like that. And I like the idea of doing this for breakfast, introducing this so that first layer, as you've said, that little hair thin layer is the first that gets addressed and protected and nourished. Okay, so I think you can start compiling as I kind of bring the other smaller elements to play. So I've got what I threw into the bowl here. We've got lots of butter because we love those kind of fats. We've got some sesame seeds, which we are going to toast off now beautifully with a little bit of paprika because there are no calories in spices.
Yes, they only make our food taste awesome, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I do lean heavily into fats and proteins, and obviously being a guy that is working hard on muscle growth and tissue repair and that sort of stuff, it does work for me. But I've kind of gotten to this point where I see my vegetables, avo, my leafy greens as almost the medicine that complements that.
100%.
How would you recommend people introduce these healthier elements like avocado as you continue compiling our bowl there? How often should we be eating like this? Should this be the baseline that we jump off on? How do you kind of guide your clients?
100%. You know, I'm a big fan of plants, also a big fan of meat, but a big fan of plants. And they have shown in studies that if you can at least eat 30 different plants in a week, your gut bacterial diversity is optimal. So, I mean, do you eat 30 different plants in a week?
Not varietals, definitely not. And I like the sound of that challenge. I think I've been using the term lean into that, but I really like the notion of challenging. Maybe I'm going to do that with my kids, to challenge ourselves to see if we can find 30, because therein you might find something that your kids absolutely love.
100%.
That you've missed.
And with kids, it's about exposure, right? Exposing them to these wonderful plants. And
Expose us to your bowl of deliciousness. Okay, so what sensibilities are you leaning into when you put our bowl together there?
So bulgur wheat is also a really good source of fiber. So it's got fiber within the grain. So I love the fact that, again, bulgur wheat is a plant. I think most people think of bulgur wheat just as another carb.
Yeah.
But again, it's got fiber in it, so it's feeding your gut bacteria. So it complements the avo so beautifully, really. And it forms a part of the energy of this meal, because we need to have energy to get through our day, right?
Oh, completely. And I'm also realizing you've got to have energy to get the protein out of the food. As crazy as that sounds, I can feel how much energy my body is using to process a lot of protein. So I think introducing a vehicle to take it there, oh, I love it. Okay, that egg is actually coming together beautifully, and few things pair as beautifully with an avocado as egg. I am sorry. I'm going to just pop that right
That looks
there.
amazing.
I'll just do the one for now as this guy finishes up. Well done. And then cheeses and dairy. I know we've got a bit of feta going in for flavor. How do you feel about the introduction of dairy into this sort of space?
You know, it does provide that flavor, and cheese is also a source of protein as well as a source of calcium. So, you know, we often, when dietitians talk about food, we enjoy and we love balance, you know. The avos provide the healthy fats, the feta provides the flavor and a little bit of protein, but your egg and your bacon are the greatest sources of protein. And then your bulgur wheat is the healthy carbohydrates.
The vehicle to take it in. I love that.
And then I love the spinach as an inclusion of this. It's a good source of iron as well. And it really just freshens up the meal and gives it like a healthy component, right?
Completely. And a different texture, freshness, like you say. And then, of course, finally going in our beautifully toasted sesame seeds.
These are lovely.
I'm thinking
also
we could have used
fats.
these on every recipe we've made this morning. Our Thai curry soup could have used them. But, of course, the ultimate take-home here with this incredible recipe, good gut health. And it starts with those small everyday choices, just like choosing a breakfast like this. And adding an avo is one of the easiest ways to do it. Full of goodness, obviously full of flavor. It is a smart and very tasty way to look after your well-being. And it starts with the gut. So you can find out more gut-loving avo recipes at avocado.co.za. And you can also head online and follow at I Love Avo SA for more inspiration. Or you can contact Catherine directly and she'll come over to your house, cook the meal. No, she doesn't do that, but she'll give you the absolute best advice and most balanced perspective that you can find out there. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Well
Thanks for having me.
done. Look at that.
There, look at that. What a perfect ever as well.
I think ours looks better than Tiff's. Sorry, no offense, Tiffany.
Yeah.
No, that looks absolutely beautiful. Well done. Go and try it. ExpressoShow.com is where you can find culinary inspiration for days. Wow, I feel like we need oozage.
Oh, you can make my day.